Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to A Perfect Side, where I look at put an album, listen to it, and then go, oh, I like this side better than that. And today it's one of my choices. And we're going to have a look at an album that sort of made this band. They made their first two albums were pretty solid, but this one is the one that made them become worldwide band. And it's from Bon Jovi, and the album's Slippery When Wet, and this came out on August the 18th, 1986. Playing on here was John Bon Jovi, of course, who did lead vocals and some acoustic rhythm guitar, Richie Sambora on guitars, the late Alec Johnson on bass, Tico Torres on the drums, David Byron on the keyboards, and some studio musicians as well. Tom Cleanside on saxophone, and on bass on Living on a Prayer wasn't Alec, it was Hugh MacDonald, of course, that went on to took over from Alec when he left. So Hugh MacDonald was a part of the Bon Jovi family. He was uncredited, but he does play bass on that, and also uncredited. He did backing vocals on Living on a Prayer, and that was Mike Reno. So, side one. I remember when I put this on the first time. Wow, what an intro from David! That this very Phantom the Opera sort of thing, isn't it? And then you get that great riff from Richie Sambora. Blooming hell. I think it's a great opening track. I do believe they opened it up on the tour. It's one of the great opening tracks of an album for me, that is. Okay, coming up next is You Give Love a Bad Name. It's been played to death, hasn't it, now? But let's go back to 1986 and the first time I heard it. I thought it was a very catchy song. It's got a great guitar solo in it. Brilliant at the time. I think it's just got played to death now. But it is a good track. Just like the next track, Living on a Prayer. When I first heard this, it got the vocoder, the voice thing, it all worked. Anthem, but once again, this one got played to death. It's one of them tracks. What's your favourite Bon Jovi album track? Living on a Prayer, and you just know they were just for this song only. But let's go back to 1986 again. When you hear this, it was just a good song for the time. Then we get Social Disease. I love the catchy riffs on this from Richie and Tika. And Tika's drumming's great on this. It's not a bad track, really. Then we get the best track on the album. It's the brilliant Wanted Dead or Alive. It's probably one of my favourite Bon Jovi tracks of all time. I love the thing about the cowboy things. I'm big into cowboy westerns and all that. The guitar work is great. The guitar solo from Richie is probably one of the finest he ever did with Bon Jovi. It's just a brilliant, brilliant track. So that's the end of side one. Let's turn over to side two, and this opens up with Raise Your Hands. The opening riff of this track is terrific. It's a great heavy riff. You've got a great bass line there from Alec. Great vocal from John when he was at his finest. Brilliant track. Then we get Without Love, and all of a sudden you've had 5 absolute scorchers, and then you get the MTV nonsense come in. And I've never been a great lover of this track. It's sloppy, it's bleh. I'd Die For You is the next track. Now, they nicked the keyboard bit, I think, from Runaway off the debut album. But it's not a bad track. It's catchy. It's got a great little riff in it. I don't mind that track. Oh dear, up comes Never Say Goodbye. More MTV garbage. I just don't like this song. I never have, and I never will, I don't think. It's just putrid for me, this song. I know lots of people like it, and if you like it, that's great, but not for me. And the last track on here is called Wild in the Streets. It's got a bit of that 80s keyboard on it, but who cares, because it's got a great rocker, it's got great riffs from Richie, it's a great vocal from John. It's a really good track to end the album. I think the way the album opens and closes is really good. Okay. I chose this one because it was a bit of a challenge. It's not one of my favourite. I think it's in my top 10. I can't remember, but it's an album for me that was really good at the time. So, having listened to this a few times just to get myself, because I haven't listened to it for a long time, and I thought I would. When I looked at it, I thought, oh, I'm going to go with Side 2 because it's got all the hits I never really want to hear again. But I was surprised how much I enjoyed listening to Side 1 again. And it brought back so many memories of my early teens, late teens, and 20s. Side 2, Raise Your Hands, is a great track. I Die For You's rocky, Wild in the Streets, but it's the 2 ballads that really didn't do Side 2 for me. I think they are terrible songs. I just don't like them. But Side 1, Let It Rock, is just one of the great opening tracks of an album. Then you got the 2 big singles. Okay, they have played to death now, but you know, written back then and they're still powerful today, shows they are good songs. Social Disease is the catchy little number on here, and then it's got the brilliant Wanted Dead or Alive, which still remains probably my favourite song by Bon Jovi to this day. So today I think I'm going to have to go with, and I never thought I would say this, Side 1, because it is powerfully rocky. I just think it's bang, 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 and then you get this power ballad, Wanted Dead or Alive, which things. Side 2, it's got 2 rockers, 3 rockers, but it's them ballads in the middle that really mock that side up for me. So, as I said, today's my perfect side of Slippery When Wet is Side 1. Okay, that's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to continue on with the story of Peter Hamill. I think we're up to part number 4, and we're going to look at Peter Hamill's albums from 2010 up to the present time. And then tomorrow's retro ranking is a little bit bluesy because we're having a bit of a bluesy week this week. So we're going to do one of the greats of all time, and I'm picking my favourite songs by the magnificent John Lee Hooker. So that's all coming tomorrow. Have a great day. Keep cool here in the UK because it's going to be a hot one. The sun's out now, and I think it's going to start to warm up. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.